Hello everybody, my name is Ryan Bruce, my friends call me Fluff, and today in Riffs, Beards, and Gear, we are going to dive into the brand new Bias X guitar amp platform from Positive Grid. So Positive Grid just came out with a new Bias software, Bias X, and this is a completely new, completely fresh take on guitar tone, guitar and bass tone, all right? This is not a slap of paint on the walls, as it were. This is a brand new piece of property with a brand new sonic house. We're gonna dive into it today. And before we go any further, you can consider this a sponsored video. The homie Chris is an artist rep at Positive Grid. He sent me the early beta version and I was kind of putting it through its paces and playing around with it for the last few months. I'm deciding to make a video about it. However, Positive Grid has no input on the making of this video. All thoughts and opinions are mine. So what exactly is new with the Bias X tone engine? Well, Positive Grid says it has AI-powered tube simulation with AI-driven bias point shifting, preamp, power amp, and tone stack A modeling, and new cab simulation made in conjunction with Spectra Digital. What does this all mean? Because there's a lot of AI this and a lot of AI that. I don't personally have a dog in that fight. I like things that sound great, which is why I'm making this video, because I genuinely do think Bias X sounds worlds better than anything Positive Grid has ever done. And my aim is to show you guys that. So speaking of that, let's hear this thing in the context of a mix. Now, it's important to note that this is basically a fresh start for Positive Grid. There is no tone cloud. Like I said before, there's your expansion packs do not transfer over to this. This is all new. This is Apple Silicone compatible and native. At the time of this filming, it costs $149. However, if you are a previous customer using or that has purchased Positive Grid hardware or some of the software, there is a link on the website to get basically an upgrade price. And you guys qualify for a discount depending on what you previously purchased, all right? That is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna walk you through the plugin. We're going to try some of the factory presets, and then we're also gonna try out the new AI-driven prompt and see what kind of tone we can come up with depending on how I'm feeling in the moment. Let's do a little bit of a playthrough. All right, so I have my 1980 Gibson Les Paul Standard with a set of Seymour Duncan Saturday Night Special pickups. And first, I think it just makes sense to kind of show you guys around and show you kind of just the basic layout of Bias X, right? So on the furthest left, we have presets. We have the actual individual gear categorized amp cab effect up top, and within those categories we have subcategories: low gain clean, mid gain crunch, high gain distortion. You've seen these before, guys. You know how to navigate this. Cabs, boom, we have all the cabs: 112, 212, 412, and we even have some bass and acoustic stuff as well. SVT cab, fantastic. Effects, we have dynamics, equalizer, envelope, filter. We will get to all these in just a second. The cool part about this is if you don't want to dive into menus for something that you commonly use, you can favorite it, like I have for this pitch shifter, and you simply click over here on the star and you can view your favorite effects if you're in effects, cab if you're in cab, and amps if you're in amplifiers. All right, again, factory presets, the individual pieces of gear. Let's close this out. This is where all the business happens. Previous Bias users will find this very familiar. This is the amp, this is the cab. going into any of the cabs brings up this view. This is the speaker with the microphones. Left, right drags it from the center to the outermost portion of the cone. If you drag down and up, you are changing the distance of the microphone. All right, we have a mix control here, and we have 2 microphones. Now, I can turn off this microphone like it's off right now, right? I can also load IRs. So we can go and we can load our IR if we want. Here is a Own Hammer Celestion 75 Creamback if that's what we want to do. If not, we can switch back to the speaker cab itself within Bias X. Right now, I'm obviously on the SVT. Let's go to the Archon, something a little bit more applicable. Let's close this out. The bottom of Bias X is where all the business happens. We have input controls. We have a noise gate. Now, I'm not going to play, all right, because I want to get the noise, not my playing, all right? So, you know, if there's noise, if there's static or something like that, I just need it to learn the noise floor of my signal, which is minus 77 dB, but it still is letting all of my signal through. Doubler effect. Let's turn this on. Pretty cool. Tap tempo for, it's basically a metronome if I want to practice. Tuner, self-explanatory. We can go ahead and tune. I am slightly sharp. Let's go ahead and tune. Yeah, I'm making you guys watch me tune. That's right. This is my video. I'll do what I want. Okay, so. Cool. Output section, self-explanatory. Let's get into some sounds, yeah? I'm gonna go to the factory presets. Let's go to Jazz Clean. Pretty clean. A dumble. I don't really like dumbles. Dumbles aren't my thing. Matchless. Oh yeah, I still have the doubler on. Let's turn that off. Ecstasy 100. B101. Now let's go ahead and fine tune this tone, right? So let's go into the cab section and we can do 1 or 2 things. This is a Spectre digital cab. Now, if I want to go ahead and change the mix, I can do that. pretty good. Let's continue on down. Ooh, SLO. Don't fail me. Okay. All right, let's fine tune this one. Pretty good, pretty good. Let's see what a 121 will do. Little stereo delay action. That's a lot of fun. Let's turn the level down a little bit. Killer. VH4? Let's mess with this cab a little bit. Way too high gain for Tool. Let's try to get it closer. Pretty good, pretty good. Now, let's go to the Bias X AI Assistant. Now, this is meant to help you find a starting point for your tone. So you are telling it what you're trying to go for, all right? So let's go for clean tone, lots of wash, like Devin Townsend. I don't know if that's descriptive enough. Let's let this fly, all right? So what I want is a really clean tone and just kind of that washiness where I'm hanging out on the neck pickup and I'm just, you know, ring kind of thing. But this is in real time. I'm not fast forwarding. I'm not cutting away. So now it's gonna describe what it came up with. Jazz clean, that's good. That's good. And it should give me, there we go. Devin Washy clean. Okay. Now let's fine tune this to how we want it. I would actually add a delay to this. So let's go to an effect. Let's get off the favorites. Let's go delay. Let's go to that ping pong delay. That ping pong delay Sounded great. Lower level. Pretty cool. So what do I think? Honestly, pretty kick-ass. Now, is it perfect? Is Bias X perfect in every way? Of course not. What software is? Things I would like to see updated in future software updates include, but are not limited to, I want to see a trial version. All right. I want to be able to try before you buy, because currently, as of this filming, you can't do that. I don't know why they did that. However, it stands to reason that they should probably let you do that. That would be pretty cool. Also, I would love to see automation implemented in the plugin version inside of DAW, because I would love to automate things like effects pedals, bypass on and off and stuff like that. Currently, at the time of this debut of the software, you cannot do that, which is interesting. However, it sounds good. It sounds good with all of my guitars, and I do think it's a very, very good jumping off point for the next generation, the next 15 years of Positive Grid. Super cool, a lot of fun, which is the most important part. I will link down below in the description if you'd like to know more about Bias X. And with that, you've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.